Hi there, Timothy Linsdau, video producer, Christian, and also a guy interested in science. And I found an interesting article. It's in the New York Times. It talks about a school of fish captured in a fossil. Now, before this old fossil gets along with the fossil story, I'd like you to ask you, would you like and comment on my video, subscribe to my channel so we can support this channel to keep it going. Sure appreciate that. If you would, that'd be great. So let's go on with this school of fossils. Now, there's a number of things that makes this interesting. That this slab of, it's rather small, 20 by 15, something like that. So they're really small fish, but they're in a group like a school of fish would be, and pretty amazing, because one has to ask a couple of questions: is how is it possible a school of fish could be captured in a medium of this rock instantly, nearly instantly? It would have to be instantly, because it's like a photograph, and there they are. Some private scientists debate as to whether they're really in a school, but most of them are all in the same direction, same type of fish, in proximity, like you would see a flock of birds or a school of fish. But it was one of the fascinating things about it is it was it wasn't discovered in the field in this article. It was discovered by Nobuaki Mitsumoto, a biologist from Arizona State University. And he was on vacation in Japan with his wife. And he was at a dinosaur museum. And what else do professors go see? And he's looking around and he finds this. I don't know where he was looking around, if it was open in the museum, if it was in the archives, I don't know, it doesn't say. But anyway, he finds this 22-inch by 15-inch slab with what looks like a school of fish in this museum. Now that's what kind of fascinates me, because you hear these stories like something amazing was discovered in a museum, which means it was already discovered somewhere, but it was rediscovered, or more notably observed by somebody that makes it news. So there we are. It is fascinating, and the professor said it looks like an actual school of fish, which it does, and of course it's interesting, and it's worth studying. Now evolutionists want to study this for a number of reasons. They want to know, do these animals, did they school? When did they learn to school? I guess my question would be, did they always know how to school? And that can create an argument about where would that knowledge or instinct have come from. Could it have evolved or something else? So anyway, they've discussed this like a snapshot in history, which it's what it looks like a snapshot of a school. The type of fish apparently is extinct. No one's seen a modern version of it. Around the area, there's it's pretty much just that school. Exactly where it came from. In this article, somebody mentioned something about Wyoming. Wyoming has is a big area for fossils. And in the article, it said it came from the same type of rocks. It says, further study is also difficult because of the mysteries of the slab's precise origin. Things get lost in museums, I suppose. Who did what, where, and when. The species of extinct fish came from rocks found in Wyoming. Aside from that, little is known about where it formed or anything about it. So there it is. But anyway, you have this snapshot of a school of fish, which assumed in this tight-knit group, they look like what a school does today. And so there you are. It's a discovery of this fossil in a museum that shows a school of fish. And of course, it raises the question of how could this school of fish be preserved and fossilized in rock? It would have to be something that's captured just like a photograph. Click. I mean, there would have to have been some type of catastrophic moment that would encase these fish in a layer of sediment instantly, killing them. Because it looks like there's no wriggling or movement afterward. It's just like that. So, a couple of things interesting about the discovery in a museum of something already discovered, and about a school of fish. For those that study fossils, it's kind of fascinating to them as to what this really represents. It can't be something that happened over a long time, of fish dying in the water and then settling down, because they're all the same size, same fish, pretty much the same directions. Amazing, really. It had to be a catastrophic event to make this work. Something like a flood, a huge flood, some kind of big event that would possibly cause this. In the past 35 plus years, evolutionists have grudgingly come to the conclusion from incidents like this there was a worldwide catastrophe, because so many places where this shows up in the fossil record where something happened very catastrophically and very suddenly, because there are some fossil beds like in North Dakota, the fossil graveyard there challenges the slow and gradual demise of dinosaurs. So because you have all different kinds and different age all in the same fossil layer, which means something violent, catastrophic happened nearly instantly. Now, some say it was an asteroid, and that brings up a lot of other questions. One of them I would bring up if I were in this discussion. If dinosaurs were destroyed 50, 60 million years ago by an asteroid strike, that would show an immediate catastrophic moment in time, possibly. The thing that always confuses me about that, 50, 60 million years, could everything have evolved to the present day if it had been mostly wiped out before that time? So if we're talking like billions of years' time to get to this stage of animal life that's represented in the fossil record. Okay, it took so long to get to that stage. But 50, 60 million years ago, it was all extinguished in a moment. Whether it was extinguished all over the world, it kind of shows that. Then how did everything re-evolve back to what we have today in such a short period of deep time? So we have an argument about what was the catastrophic event. This school of fish actually being in water shows that it like a tsunami or a mud flow effect of instantaneous bearing animals, or something like you see in North Dakota, was an instant moment in time. Something huge happened. So that's where the argument, some of the evolution argument kind of breaks down, is it doesn't show a long layer of time. It shows something instantaneous. So that remains in question. So this school of fish raises questions, whether it solves anything or just makes things even more interesting, that professors should go explore more basements in museums. Never know what they might find. And also that the world may have suffered a catastrophic flood. There are some scientists that say that happened. So whether it was regional, global, asteroid, well, That's for all of us to wonder and pursue. Pursue takes, go to the museum, study some things, read some articles, like this article about the fish. Fascinating stuff. Check it out. Learn about your world. Learn about things. Where did things come from? Do they represent deep time that slowly evolved, or do they show something very rapid by a phenomenal intelligence we cannot comprehend? I don't know. I know what I believe. What do you believe? Being a Christian, I believe there was a catastrophic flood, and I believe God created everything. Okay, like and comment on my video, subscribe to my channel if you would. We'll have more things like this in the future to talk about. It's fun. Doesn't mean we have to hate each other over it, just learn from it. Learn from each other. Wow, so get out there, explore an old museum, explore the backcountry, and just make it a great day.